5, 4, 3. Oh, there we go. We are now live. Fun, fun. All right. So, how are you this evening?
I'm doing good. I'm hoping
Good.
It looks dark.
Oh, it's pouring down rain here. I don't know where you are, but
I'm John's Island.
It's really nasty. Oh, well, it's probably on its way.
Yeah.
It's really pretty bad right now, but that's okay. All right. So you had some questions about YouTube.
Yes.
So we'll talk a little bit about YouTube tonight. Now, do you already have a YouTube channel?
I do, and I've got a couple of videos on it.
Okay.
I'm just not sure the best way to make content, if there's certain things to be thinking about including, if there are certain ways to like tag things to make things more searchable, and if there's even like a certain sort of like persona that sort of goes
okay.
I know it's a lot of questions.
Well, it does. No, that's good though, but that tells me what you want to know. Now, how familiar are you with keyword research?
A little bit. I used to use more of it in my old job, so I was more up on it then. So I'm sure things have changed in the last 6 years.
Probably in 6 years, yep, because the keyword tool external from Google went away, and they now have this new keyword planner.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't we start there? Because like anything else online, you need to start with your keywords.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a blog, a website, anything, YouTube works on keywords.
Okay.
You know, so why don't we, I'm going to share my screen, and then we are going to go and do a little bit of keyword research, okay?
Okay.
All right, so let's see where this goes. Let's see here. I want to go. So let's try this again. Maybe I picked the wrong thing. Do I want to do, well, here's one to share. Now, do you see Google AdWords?
I do, yes.
Okay, so this is the Google AdWords, the new Google AdWords screen. And they want me to sign up. It's like, yeah, whatever. Because I haven't really used it with Mirelli very much, which I should, but I don't. Let's see if this is going to do it quickly. If not, we'll have to play. But, you know, I mean, the basics of AdWords is you got to find some words that doesn't have high competition, but it has decent searches.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's loading. So do you have your own website for Jamberry, or do you only use the corporate site?
Use the corporate one, although it's something that I'm thinking about sort of having an easy front page that then redirects people who want to shop to my Jamberry page.
Right. Yeah. And that's kind of what I would guess that you would want to do.
Yeah.
This is taking forever, but you go into Tools if it ever stops loading. And what it's loading, because I don't have a campaign out there, is kind of beyond me, but that's okay. But anyway, under Tools, you'll go to Keyword Planner. In just a moment, we're loading. Yes. You got to love this about computers, right?
Very much so.
I know part of it is because it's doing the broadcasting, it's, you know, going slower, but. All right, so this is the keyword planner, and then it's like, what would you like to do? Search for new keywords, get volume if you already have a list of keywords, get forecast, or do multiple lists. I usually just do the first one, and then you would type in here. You could either do your product and service, so let's start with that. Let's just do Jamberry, not that I can spell. And nails. Nail wraps, is that what we call them?
Yeah.
So we'll just start with those three just for the moment. I usually make sure that for locations I do the United States. Mm-hmm. instead of all, because I mean, I don't know. Can Jamberries go anywhere? For the most part, I would guess.
Right now it's just U.S. and Canada.
Yeah, so you could add Canada if you wanted, but I usually go for English. There's no negative words necessarily. Negative keywords would be something that, like when you put in nails, if you type in nails a lot, if you're always getting hardware versus fingernails, then for negative words you put hardware or tool or whatever. We're not going to get too much into that at the moment. But then you just add search. And then they group it, like if you were going to run ads, they put it as groups, but just go to your keyword ideas. And what it will show you is the 3 that we typed in, Jamberry nails, Jamberry, or nail wraps. As you can see, most people typed in the full Jamberry nails.
Right.
Okay? I mean, 301,000 times someone types in Jamberry nails.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And only 90,000 do they type in Jamberry.
Mm-hmm.
9,000 times someone types in nail wraps, but that has really high competition. So, that's probably not where you want to go. And then this is what Google would suggest. Jamberry nail wraps, put it all together. That's 3,600, but high. Jamberry nails review has 81. How to apply Jamberry nails, 54 and low. How to remove, 1,600. Nail wrap, 880. Jamberry nails application, 1,600 slow. Gel nails, acrylic nails. Okay, so for every type of word, there's like a sweet spot. There's kind of that difference between the most searches and the less competition.
Right.
Now, the way we check the competition on this is like, let's say this Jamberry, it says 90,500, and no competition, but let's see what that really looks like. So go to another tab, go to a Google tab, and type in all in title, and then put, what would we say, it was Jamberry nails?
Yes.
Or Jamberry? What was the second one? Sorry.
I think it was Jamberry.
Just Jamberry. Oh, there you go. All in title. So type in all in title Jamberry into a Google search. And what it will pop up for you is this right here, this number that I'm circling. It says that there's 361,000. So there's 361,000 entries into the index of Google for Jamberry.
Okay.
Okay. Now, let's look at, so it gets typed in 90,000 times, but there's 361,000 websites that are already having that, use that word. Okay. Well, let's go down to maybe this, how to apply Jamberry nails. It says 5,400. So let's go here. It's still all in title. How to apply Jamberry nails. And again, that's a good phrase because that's called a long tail keyword because it's multiple words. See, there's only 436 results.
Right.
Okay, and look what the results are. There's one that looks like this is like a blog or a website, and then there's 3 YouTube videos, and then a couple blogs. So what I would say is that you need to do a video on how to apply Jamberry nails.
Right.
Okay. Because there's absolutely no reason. And look, this one was done back in 2012.
Right.
This was done 2014, September, November. If you do one in 2015, if you put a fresh one out there, you're probably going to jump to the top. Okay. Now, that was seen by about 5,400 people in a month. Okay. Now, the one up here, a lot of the mistake people, but there's 90,000 here. But the chances of you getting to the top of 301,000 sites,
right, it's
slim. the chance that you're going to be within the top 10 of 436, especially if you use that exact phrase and it's a fresh YouTube video, probably going to happen. You know, so that would be a really good phrase for you to use, and we'll talk about where you put it in just a second.
Okay.
Okay, so that would be a good one. You know, the same thing might be with this how to remove Jamberry nails. Let's
And I'm
just
working
kind
on
of
a
see.
full video, so that would be perfect.
So let's look at how to remove. Oh, there's only 231 of those. And again, look, there's more videos on how to remove. And well, there's one that's been in 2015, but the other 3 on here are 2014. So again, if you do one that's a little bit more recent, and I'll show you a couple things, you know, how to really put I'm looking at this going, you know, how well have they really used the keyword in here? Now they're all using it, you know, in the title, which is good. But you can also use it in the text to give yourself a little extra boost too. So, all right, so there you go. So there's a couple phrases, and that's kind of how you look at the keyword planner.
Okay.
All right, so now let's look at YouTube. So here's the Mirelli site, and you know how to upload videos and all that fun stuff. So that's not that right, but let me show you a couple tricks when you do upload a video. Okay. We'll go to this one. We're not going to watch it, but when you get down, one of the first things you want to do is you do want to recap. Like my keyword on this one was where did the Mirelli idea come from? I mean, I just used it as a whole entire keyword. But what you want to do when you write out your description, actually, this is probably not the best example. Hold on, I've done it better than this. So let's see here. Where is this one? Is probably better. All right, so this one was entrepreneurship. And what you want to do, well, and I didn't do it on this one either, but you want to, if at all possible, copy your URL actually into the description of your, in your description, okay? That will help your rankings if you actually copy this and put it into your description.
I had no idea.
The other thing is, I know, seriously. And then make sure that you are using your keyword in your actual text.
Okay.
Okay. And then when you do your keywords, when you're over on your video manager, make sure that you use your keywords, right? That's what this one is. See, this one I did a little bit. This one I actually did a little bit more because I included the link in the description. LinkedIn tutorial. Yeah, I think I probably said LinkedIn tutorial at least 3 times because that was the word. Yeah, and then you should always have an outgoing link. Oh, whoops, sorry. Oh, sorry. But yeah, I mean, just really work on the description to make sure you're using your keywords, and make sure it's in your title or your, the title of the video, the LinkedIn tutorial, or how to remove Jamberry nail wraps. And then on your channel settings, or for each individual page or video, you can, set up if you want it to be public or private, or, I mean, your three choices, right, are public, private, or unlisted, right?
Right.
So, for the most part, you want it public unless you want to do like training for for the rest of your team.
Right.
You can actually put videos out there that are just training for them and make them unlisted and just give them the URLs and they can still go out and look at them.
Gotcha.
So, and then do you use playlists at all?
I don't even know what that is, so no.
Oh, well, okay. Playlists is how you can group all of your videos together. Like I could create a playlist and put like everything that is online marketing training in a playlist. So I could just give you then the URL of the playlist, and you could then just watch all my videos in that category.
Okay.
Or I can make eventually I'll make a playlist of like testimonials, right? Mm-hmm. And so if someone wants to go and look at testimonials, they'll be able to see all my testimonials in just one playlist. Now, here's a little trick. When you, like if you wanted to set up a playlist, say for Jamberry nails, mm-hmm. you don't have to just do your videos. Okay, you can include like your competitors about Jamberry nails or whatever. That maybe like if you do one how to remove nails that you like someone else's, if they had a little different take or something mm-hmm. about them, include their video in your playlist. Mm-hmm. And then when people watch their video, they will see that it's included in another playlist and they could actually find your video that way.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like you kind of can piggyback on someone else's traffic by mm-hmm. including them in your playlist, because you can actually see when people are looking through playlists.
Okay.
So it's like, oh, how fun. Your Google your analytics, whenever you put videos out there, definitely go out and take a look at your analytics mm-hmm. every once in a while and see who's watching. Now, the other thing that is another best practice is make sure that you ask in your description, mm-hmm. ask for people to make comments.
Okay.
Again, Google really likes videos that have comments. Mm-hmm. So, encourage people to like it on Facebook, like it, share it on Twitter. And then also make sure that you are putting in the comments, asking people to comment.
Okay.
And let's see here. And I said, please leave your comment about the best tips something you've learned from this video below. Mm-hmm. And then the other thing is, the great thing about YouTube, right, is that they do let you share it very, very easily, right? So you just hit the share. Mm-hmm. And from right here, you can put it on Facebook, put it on Twitter, put it on Google+, put it on Blogger, put it on Reddit, put it on Tumblr, put it on Pinterest. What is this? That looks like it's Russian. I don't know what that is. Mm-hmm. LinkedIn, StumbleUpon. I don't know what that one is either. LiveJournal or Dig. And so from right there, and again, it's one of those things that Google likes when the YouTube videos are being shared in multiple places.
Gotcha.
And that all will go towards getting you higher ranking. Mm-hmm. And the thing is that you can, set up an account in all of the, or, half of these kind of thing. And then every video share. Anytime you write, any kind of post, mm-hmm. you can actually share to a lot of these. The other thing, YouTube is not as hashtag crazy as, say, Twitter.
Right.
But you can use hashtags in your description on YouTube, mm-hmm. and they will get picked up by some of the hashtag search engines. So,
okay.
So you can certainly do that. And then the other thing is that, YouTube is the biggest out there, but they're not the only game in town.
Gotcha.
There are probably 20 or 30 other video sharing sites that you can put your video on multiple sites, and there's no as long as it's your video, you can share it anywhere you want, and Google will not punish you for doing that.
Okay.
So you can give your video 4 or 5 chances of getting seen by putting it on multiple places.
Okay.
All right. Well, so what kind of questions do you have?
I think that I just need to find the time to make. It seems like every time that I'm doing my nails or removing them, it's when I don't want to look pretty enough to do a video. So I just need to force myself.
Exactly. Yeah, you need to actually make that a. Yeah, I gotcha. All right, that's funny. All right, so I'm going to go back to here. There we go. Ta-da. All right. Good. Well, I think that's all I've got to share. I mean, very, very simple. As long as you already have a YouTube channel set up.
Yes.
Really, just use your keyword and put it in the description. Put the URL also in the description. And really just make sure, if you're using the right keyword, Google will love you.
Okay.
So there you go. And then you'll start getting some more hits.
When I experiment, I'll let you know.
Well, yeah, definitely let me know, and definitely put things in like the Mirelli Facebook group and say, hey guys, I just posted this video. Go out and make a comment.
Okay.
I mean, be very specific to ask people to do that for you. Because what I find is if you ask them, they'll do it.
Right.
That's one thing as a community, we need to get used to really supporting each other and commenting, liking, sharing, and really, because if we spread your stuff, you'll sell more, and then you'll be able to buy from us, and how that all works.
Yeah.
So that's cool. All righty. Well, this was fun.
Yeah.
So I hope you learned a little bit.
I did. Thank you.
And good. And look for, this will be in the Mirelli members area only.
Okay.
Probably starting tomorrow, so other people can see what we talked about.
Excellent.
But yeah, thanks so much for hopping on, and have a great evening.
Oh, you too.
Okay. Bye.